Good Friday evening. It's March the 14th, 9:23 p.m. Sorry it took me so long, but I was just trying to get uh, some data looked at, some model runs. While you're here on Facebook watching, don't forget to follow, like, and share. Comment during these videos. I've got the chat box up on Facebook and YouTube. And during this live broadcast, you can send stars. That helps me get a digital gift that helps me earn money for relief effort supplies and other weather related material. Just if you're watching right now, please let me know if the audio is working. I've been trying to get it panned out and get it up and running, but just let me know on Facebook or YouTube and let me know if the audio is fine. If you're watching on YouTube, we're still trying to get 1,000 subscribers and we get that super chats. So subscribe, it's free. Hit that thumbs up and you can comment on the Facebook chat line. And up at the top right hand corner, you see that QR code. You can make a donation. If you've got a PayPal account that's personal, you can PayPal me some donations, or you can use your debit or credit card, and it is a secured site. And once you click on that or scan that QR code, there's a box there for monthly donation. If you just want to make it a monthly donation, all your donations would be greatly appreciated. I don't use it for personal things. I use it to buy relief effort supplies like tarps, water, that type of thing, just in case disaster strikes and then there's people that need tarps or water. So your money goes right back out in the community. It doesn't go into my pocket. I don't use it for gas or any other thing like that. I use it for relief effort supplies. What you're looking at is live radar. Once again, I'm Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn storm spotter with North Alabama Storm Chase. We just got off our was supposed to have been a Zoom call, but our Zoom was messing up, so we just did a Facebook Messenger video call and got all our ducks in a row about who's going to be chasing tomorrow's weather. But I will let you know. Look, you're looking at the live radar here, and you see. Let me get back over here to this. This tan box right here. It is a PDS Tornado Watch number 36. It expires at 3 a.m. Expect max hail 2.5 inches, max wind gust 80 miles per hour, storm motions northeast at 40 miles per hour, and it is a PDS, which stands for particularly dangerous situation. You see over here, we've got a special weather statement. Let me click off that first. A special weather statement for this cell over here, just northeast of Greenville, Mississippi. We're expecting all of this to fill in. I'm not going to really harp on a lot as far as Saturday's weather event, as it'll be a beast unto itself. I want to make you aware of tonight's severe weather chances. I want you to pay attention, and if you are going to sleep tonight, I'm expecting these cells to start rolling through, and most of the strong to severe storms anywhere sometime after midnight. We might get a rogue storm come in a little bit earlier than that, but just anywhere from after midnight till wee hours of the morning. I need you to make sure you've got your weather radio and it's functional. You got fresh batteries in it. Make sure you have two ways of receiving those warnings. If you've got a cell phone with a weather app, make sure it's on. You can also turn your do not disturb off on your WEAs, your wireless emergency alerts, and that will alert you of any watches or warnings that are issued. Make sure you've got the volume up loud enough to wake you up if you are asleep. That'll be the two best ways to receive weather alerts. Do not rely on outdoor sirens. Those are designed for people that are outdoors, like construction workers, people at ballparks, people just out driving around shopping, whatever. That's designed for those people. Where you're living, if you're inside, you will not hear them. As a matter of fact, we have one up in Ardmore, and if I'm standing on my front porch, it's just a faint whistle is all I can hear. So those are not going to do you any good unless you live right up underneath one. So make sure you've got a weather radio or that weather, a wireless emergency alert set on your phone, or you've got one of the local TV stations. You can download a weather app there that will alert you, but make sure that you've got the sound up on your phone. Make sure you keep your phone charged, just in case we have power outages. You'll have a full charge on it. make sure you have your preparedness plan in place, not only for tonight, but throughout the day tomorrow, as we're looking at higher chance and higher risk for seeing some strong to severe storms. With all parameters are going to be in place as far as tornadoes. Some may be long track, um, heavy rain, lightning, uh, strong damaging winds, hail. We're going to have everything in place for that type of weather. So just keep that in mind. Make sure to, once you get a watch or a warning, let me back up. Instead of waiting for a tornado warning, I want you to treat all severe thunderstorm warnings as if they're tornado warnings. That way to give you lead way to get to your safe place or your storm shelter, your basement, or your community shelter. I hope you had a chance to get that information for your community shelter nearby. If you don't have any of those, the best information as far as coming from the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center to get into the most interior room of your house without windows, duck down, cover your head, make sure you've got those helmets, whether it's bicycle, football, motorcycle helmet, construction helmet, or if you don't have those, you can get some pillows or comforters or any type of blankets and cover your head to protect your neck and head area. Um, if you go to sleep tonight, make sure you have hard sole shoes close to the bed. That way you can get them on and you can take cover quickly. And I've already went over the severe thunderstorm warnings. Make sure that you treat those as if they are tornado warnings. That'll give you ample time to get to your shelter. And if you are, and I want to emphasize this, if you are in a mobile or manufactured home, please seek shelter elsewhere, as they are not designed to stand winds or tornadoes. Just go find a community shelter if you've got a neighbor to see if they will let you come over and get in their basement or storm cellar or whatever. Just be in a more uh, more sturdy structure than a mobile home or a manufactured home. Matthew Sirens Certain says, "Is there a PDS watch coming out for Alabama yet, or percent of coming out?" I am still monitoring that, Matthew, and once that is out, you'll see it if it's posted here. This is live radar, so if one pops up, I'll get you the information on that. I'll be up most of the evening, and I will post that information throughout the evening if there is one. I haven't seen anything. Matter of fact, let me put on the Mezzo discussions and see if they have actually are talking about it. Let me get over here. And they're not talking about it right now. It would have popped up if National Weather Service was posting the discussion. So there's not one issued. That is a PDS watch up till 3 a.m. in the yellow areas or tornado watches. If ones are posted, I'll be sure to post all that information. Or if it happens now, you'll see it live. Jim Wilson, thank you for the 100 cent, brother. Stay safe. And Brenda Harbin Tyler says, "I don't know how you do that." Well, I've been doing it almost be 20 years in May, so it's been a long time. But I love being a community servant and helping out in any way I can. And once again, I'm just another avenue for you to receive severe weather. We're going to try and cover this. All the Skywarn storm spotters are ready to be out tonight and all day tomorrow. Sam Black asks, "Is a small hallway with 5 doorways a safe place to ride this out?" If that's your only option, yes, if it's in the most interior part of your house. But make sure you get yourself covered up, especially your head and neck area. Bathtub, farthest away from the outside of the home, would be a good place. Lay down in it and put pillows over your head. But most interior room of your home would be the place that National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center says is the best option. If you don't have a storm cellar, safe place, staircase that you can get up underneath, or you don't have a community shelter within your area. Speaking of community shelters, you can contact your local EMA, and they'll give you the information on a shelter that might be in your area. If you have pets and you plan on taking them, make sure they are pet friendly. Some of them are, some of them aren't. So, and if you'll scroll back down on my Facebook page, there's a link there, and once I get off of here, I'll repost it, and it'll show you community shelters throughout the counties in our area. But definitely get out of mobile homes, manufactured homes. Don't want to take a chance. As we always say, we are going to expect the worst, but we hope for the best. But it's better to be safe than sorry. If the power happens to go out, no candles, use flashlights. So make sure you've got fresh batteries. We don't want to caught anything on fire or anything. So make sure you have flashlights. If you do have kids in Tuscaloosa, I would call them, make sure they know where their safe place is. I would go in and say Auburn as well. Any local colleges that your kids are attending, UAH, A&M, Alabama A&M, I would contact them, let them know that, hey, we've got severe weather. You know, a lot of these college kids, they really don't keep up with weather information like I do or you might do. And, you know, it's party time. So, you know, we just kind of go about our lives being a college student. So call them and make sure they've got a preparedness plan in place. I don't know of a lot of them that might be on spring break, but um, just check in on them. Make sure that they keep abreast of what's going on. The weather's changing constantly. Make sure they've got a place that they can go to keep safe. Kim Jordan Stanley, she said, thanks for what you do. You're welcome. Once again, you can comment and I'll reply to your comment if I can see it. But we're expecting some strong to severe storms coming in tonight. Once again, I'm thinking more or less it's going to be anywhere from 10, 11, 12 o'clock tonight, and then the wee hours of the morning. It'll roll through. We'll probably get a little bit of storms throughout the day, but that's not going to damper the atmosphere. We'll get one or two rounds tomorrow, which will probably be more severe. I'm going to show you some of the graphics here. This is not the latest convective thunderstorm outlook for tonight. They've trimmed a little bit off the backside of this outlook, but from the red area over, that is a moderate risk. The orange is 3 by the legend up here at the top right hand corner, and then slight risk is yellow. This is just a guideline. I want you to understand that we could have EF2 tornadoes in the red area, but we could have EF4s in the orange area. This is a guideline telling you where the most higher risk is for those type of tornadoes. But don't pay attention so much to the colors. Don't think because you're in Huntsville in a slight risk that you're not going to get any strong storms where you think Tupelo, Mississippi might get the greater risk. This is just a guideline, all right? So just remember that as you go to sleep tonight. Make sure, once again, you have that weather radio, that cell phone handy with that weather app. That way to give you the alerts. Just to kind of give you an eye opener, this is the significant tornado probability. That's the reason I said do not pay attention to the colors. Let me go back. You'll see that the red area here is moderate risk, the orange is enhanced risk, and then the yellow is slight risk. Now watch when I change. You'll think, well, the red area is going to get the more significant type tornadoes. If you look at the significant tornado probability, that's 10% chance or greater probability of EF2, EF5 tornadoes within 25 miles of a point. You see that it cuts Alabama almost in half, where the western counties have a 10% or greater probability of seeing those EF2 or EF5. So those colors that we showed you here in the convective thunderstorm outlook, like I said, it's just a guideline. But if we go by what SPC, Storm Prediction Center, says, they're thinking, hey, this is a significant tornado probability. There's enough juice, instability, enough shear, enough moisture that we could see them. Now, I want to emphasize this, to pinpoint where those might be, I could not tell you that, all right? It's just giving you an area that would be more conducive for those type of tornadoes. And then we can look at the significant hail probability. Western counties, Lauderdale, Colbert, Franklin County, down all the way to Lamar, there might be a chance of seeing hail of 2 inches or greater. Once again, we don't know where that would be. That just gives you that guideline of this is where we have a better chance of seeing that 2-inch hail or larger within that 25 miles of a point. Taryn Baker says, I'll try to see if I can find a list for all of North Alabama shelters to post on the page. Thank you, brother. I usually post a link, but I'll do that as soon as I get finished with this broadcast. I'll post that link. That way everybody will have it. If you can't use it today or tonight, use it tomorrow for sure. If you don't have a basement or a storm shelter or a safe place in your home. But that is the significant hail probability. And now we're going to look at the significant wind probability. It's not as great as, once again, it's there in Lauderdale County, the northwestern corner of Alabama, and the southern parts of Tennessee, of seeing that wind gust of at least 74 plus miles per hour within 25 miles of a point. We're going to start seeing some gusty winds rolling through. If you notice outside tonight, it's been kind of breezy, and you'll feel the thickness in the air if you walk outside. And that's what we're looking at. So let's go back. We're going to look at the convective thunderstorm outlook. Once again, I want you to look at these colors. Red is moderate, orange is enhanced, slight is in the yellow, and then the green is marginal risk. The next outlook has already dropped. Once again, they've cut a little bit back off of this slight and the marginal, I believe, and the general risk back off to the west. But we're more concerned about for our area. But once again, if you look at that red, orange, and yellow area for our area, you see that once we get right here to check. I'm sorry. Is it back on now, Taryn? I got trigger finger here and I cut my audio off. Just let me know, Taryn, if the sound's back on. I'm showing it on my graph, it is. But once again, what I was saying is I'm going to try and get a little rest tonight because we got a long day tomorrow. So just stay abreast through local TV and radio. I'm going to hang around as much as I can tonight and try and get a little bit of sleep because tomorrow's going to be a long day. So, all right. Thanks, Taryn. By the way, Taryn Baker, you see commenting. He's one of our Skywarn storm spotters. I think he's over in the Trinity area, and he covers a lot of area over in that area. And we've got some great Skywarn storm spotters, and I want you to let them know how much you appreciate them. Like we always say, we go into the storms when you're running away from them, and we do that because we're putting eyes to the sky. Most of these meteorologists, all they see it is on the radar, and they can see it on the radar and can calculate what's happening. But we put eyes in the sky, and we give them that information that, yeah, we confirm that this is what's happening, and that gets it out to you, to the public. I also think our ham radio operators, they do a great job getting information to local EMAs, National Weather Service, as well as the meteorologists. So give them a big shout out. I think that's all the graphics I've got for tonight. I'm going to get back over the radar and I'll go over what we're looking at here before I get off of here. What we're looking at is this tanned area here is a PDS tornado watch. PDS stands for particularly dangerous situation. This is a PDS tornado watch. It expires at 3 a.m. Covers most of North Mississippi and Western Tennessee. And once again, if they post any watches in our area, I'll be sure to post that tonight and give you that information. These over here are, there's a tornado watch from north central Mississippi down. It's not a PDS, but it's just a regular tornado watch. It expires at 10. So they've got about almost 15 minutes for this, and we'll see if they extend that watch out any further. I'm pretty sure they will. I don't think they will extend it out. They may, but I think they'll keep it exactly where it's at. And then back over here into Arkansas, there's a tornado watch. It expires at 11. You see in the nomenclature here, it says max wind gust of 90. You see a lot of, let me pan down here. You see a lot of these. You see this polygon up here. Let me click off of this right quick. This black polygon here is a tornado warning. That black polygon, if you ever see this on my radar, that means it is observed. That means a Skywarn storm spotter, an EMA official, fireman, or somebody has had eyes on a tornado, so it has been observed. They get their information. The magenta or pinkish, I would say, is a tornado observed, but the pink polygon means considerable tornado damage threat. So there's been a lot of damage. They're just southeast of Mountain View. And then we've got another one here, southeast of Mountain Home. There's considerable damage threat on that. There's the locations. If you're new to my page and watching me live broadcast, this can do just about anything your local meteorologist can do. I can pull up the severe thunderstorm warnings. It gives you the cities. I can actually do tracks on them. Give you time frames. Once again, these are estimated. It's not actual time. It's estimated time frames. And we can give you tornado warnings. The locations. I can also pull tracks up on it as well. Gives you time frames for those cities or towns. So this is what we're watching right here. I'm going to pan out and give you the big picture here. See, we've got some cells down here just west of Grenada, Mississippi. Got some back over into Texas, further down into southwest Mississippi, the corner there. And all that's moving. Let me put that in motion. You'll see the motion of these storms. And you notice a lot of this up here in the northern parts of Mississippi. You see that rainfall. Let me pan back in here close. You'll notice on the next loop, you see all this rain showers. A lot of it's not reaching the ground, but you see that right there that was going into Coleman. The reason that that's dissipating because there's a dry pocket there of dew points are real low in this area, and that's the reason those storms are not developing. But we're having a growth, I should say, in dew points rising this evening. And so these storms will start developing once it gets, storms will have a hard time developing in that dry air. But once this air gets moist, that's when these storms start to fire. And we do have a lot of what we call SLIM. It's an anagram. It just S stands for shear, lift, instability, and moisture. And all those factors will be in place this evening, and they most definitely will be tomorrow. They'll actually ramp up tomorrow. I've had a lot of people question and ask me, well, will there be a cap in place? A lot of these storms might have a cap for a little while, but it won't last long. Those caps will break, and then these storms will blow up. And that's the reason I want to mention before I get off here, treat all severe thunderstorm warnings tonight and tomorrow throughout the day. If there's a severe thunderstorm warning issued in your area, treat it as if it's a tornado warning. That'll give you ample time to get to your safe place, your basement shelter, or community shelter. Once again, don't forget to have those 2 ways of receiving alerts overnight. Make sure you've got your cell phones charged. Make sure you got shoes by the bed, and make sure you get out of mobile homes and manufactured homes. Do not be in those. All right. You've got a neighbor that's got a well-constructed home. Remember, if you in a home and you can't get to shelter, most interior room of your home without windows, and be sure to cover your head with helmets, blankets, pillows, anything you can grab, and get down and get low. So, all right, well, I'm going to get off of here. And once again, anytime you see these live broadcasts, I appreciate it if you would send stars. That helps me get a digital gift, which Facebook turns that into money for me. You can send stars, and you can also scan that QR code at the top. If you've got a personal PayPal account, you can donate that way. All your donations go to Relief Effort Supplies. It doesn't go to me. Um, we always like to hear from our fans. Contact me, comment anytime you wish. Like I said, I'm going to try and get uh, a little bit of time in tonight and watch the weather, and then I'm going to be in and out trying to get cat naps for our long day of chasing tomorrow. And speaking of that, speaking of tomorrow, while I'm out, I will try and give you as many updates as I can when time warrants. But the way these systems are coming in, and we might not have time to give you uh, a ample warning, uh, but we'll try and give you live video as much as we can and give you constant updates when it warrants and we have time to do so. Our main objective tomorrow is getting that information to the National Weather Service and to the local meteorologists to get that information to you. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll be watching the weather for a little while. Then I'm going to try and get some sleep when I can, and then I will post when I can, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. And always remember, wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. This is Bobby Barnett, certified Skywarn storm spotter with North Alabama Storm Chase. Y'all have a safe evening. Stay alert.